Somebody's in the chat. What's up, John? Testing out my new... What's up, Todd? It's amazing right now, man. I'm so excited. It's finally cool enough outside, and it's weird to say that, but it's finally cool enough in Arizona to sit in your garage and live stream. It's crazy to say that. That's November 14th, and it's comfortable to be in your garage, having more space to at least stream. But not for long though, because it's been a really warm fall. It's supposed to be in the 90s next week, I think. At least high 80s. So, and hopefully it dips down for good, but it's ridiculous, man. But yeah, it's nice out, man. Take a little stream in my little garage. It's my Razor. My weekend toy. My bike. I know, exactly before it's gone. Yeah, it's gonna be warm again. Nice to be in the garage though, man. I have so many freaking projects. The wife has so many projects for me. It's like I was waiting for it to cool down. It's like you just can't. It's miserable being in the garage when it's 110 degrees. What do you guys want to rip tonight? I got some good stuff tonight. It's quiet out here. No kids. Well, they're inside. They're inside watching. Yeah, me too, man. Christmas, man. Holidays. Both my kids had birthdays the last couple months. It's like, geez. It's nice to... Well, it's nice when the holidays are over, man, but it sucks getting to them. Especially when you have kids that have birthdays in the end of the year. But that is what it is. It's all good. It's all good. I still have 2 boxes of these, man. I cannot believe I still have 2 boxes of these. I've been trying to rip these on the channel for, seems like it's been months. 2 boxes of these tops. I actually had a 3rd box, but I got bored. I got those. Got some Bowman. Got some Bowman. I wish this was 91, but it's 90. It's crazy how much these boxes have gone up. These boxes are like $40 now for Bowman, 90 Bowman. Try to pull the Frank Thomas. I cannot believe those boxes have gone up so much. You should be able to get those boxes for like $5 or $10. Now they've gone up to like $40. Ridiculous. Frank draws them up, man. I got a really cool box the other day. I picked this box up at a... Where did I get this box at? I got it... Picked this box up a couple... Let me get out of your way here. Picked this box up a couple days ago. And I didn't pay $11.99 for it. I wish I did. That's the original... That's the original tag. I don't know when that was dated. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's a pretty cool box. Classic Peanuts baseball cards. I've never even seen these till the time I found them. You get the gold and silver cards, and you got a random. Yeah, you got a Stan Musial and Charlie Brown rookie card, which is really cool. That's a really rare card. I don't know what the odds are. I tried to look these cards up online and didn't really see a lot of information on them, but I thought it was a pretty cool box. So kind of a cool collector's item. Honestly, I don't even know when it's dated, to be honest. I don't think there's a date anywhere on here. But what I found online, I think it was like 91 or 92. So not super old, but that was a pretty cool box. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Kind of a little neat trinket thing. A little collectible. I think in my whole life I've never seen those cards. What else I got? I got a lot of sets. A lot of sets. I have more sets than I want. These are gold right now, guys. Speaking of 90 tops, if you guys can pick these up, if you guys can find these or you have some, these are gold, man. 90 tops, sealed, this exact box in a sealed cellophane. These are like 40 or 50 bucks now, these sets. So I don't know why, but they're more than an actual wax box. But if you guys have some of these, yeah, I know. My first ever set that I ever had, I'm gonna say my first set that I actually bought sealed. That's a good question, I guess. Let me ask, in the chat, what was the first? I mean, obviously, Todd, that's your first set. But John? What was your first set you ever bought? I'm trying to think back to mine. I know I had a couple of these. I had 89 Upper Deck. Because I really started hitting cards, started collecting cards when I was probably about 9 or 10. So I would say probably my first set that I can remember was probably 87 Tops. That was my first full sealed set that I purchased. And I can't even remember what I paid for it. I think I don't think I even bought it, honestly. I think I traded for it. I think a friend of mine, I used to do a lot of trades. I'm sure we all did when we were kids. Trade cards to your buddies. I'm gonna say I traded my bike for it. I was really stupid when I was younger. What's up, Jim? Yeah, I actually have a box. I just don't know where it's at. The card shop here locally has them. 20 bucks a box, the sealed boxes, because there's a difference. If you buy those, you definitely want to buy them sealed. You don't want to buy them open because you don't know. Obviously, you don't know if they've been searched. But yeah, if you can find the 87 Tops in a sealed vending box, those are pretty collectible. Stuff like that you definitely want to snag up because they're only going to disappear and they're never coming back. Obviously. They only made a certain amount of the vending boxes. I can't remember. I would assume they made, in relation to how many actual cards, sets they made and wax boxes, I would say. 89 Tops. I have that one too. I just don't know where it's at. I got 88 Tops. I got 89. I got pretty much every 90s, late 80s, early 90s set I think I have right now. 89. At least Score, Fleer, and Tops, I think I pretty much got every one that exists. I've been picking them up over the last couple months because they've been drying up. I'm gonna go get some real quick. I'll be right back. Give me one sec, guys. I'm gonna go inside. Sorry, guys. I was inside real quick. Actually, I'll put that over to the side. I found some other cool stuff. This is really cool too. I picked this up probably a few weeks back. I don't know if you guys remember these cards. Now, you guys all remember. Let me zoom. Let me get the camera back a little bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so you guys remember the 88 Donruss. They make the blue border ones. But this was a box set you could buy. I don't think it's a complete set. No, it's not. Like, there aren't this many cards. But it's the best of 88. And it's got all the top stars and rookies from each team, which is really cool. I'm going to say I paid like $30 for it. It's still sealed. But the cool thing about it is, like, this McGuire right here, you can barely see it, but if you grade those cards, these graded cards, I mean, they're going to be tough to grade because of the corners, because these are in cellar wrap. Each individual pack has got a cellar wrap around it, so some of the corners are going to be questionable. But like that McGuire, I can't see the other corners, but that McGuire in like a PSA 10 is like $500. Now, it's probably not even close to a PSA 10, but yeah, these are really cool cards, these packs. Yep. The blue and the red are the ones, the base ones. Those are the ones you get out of the boxes. But these only came in this set, this baseball best of 88. So I don't know if I'm going to break that and try to grade these or just keep it sealed. Kind of a cool little trinket. Again, just something from the junk wax era that I picked up. I picked this up too. This is pretty cool. Now again, 91 score, nothing great here, but I mean, I think I picked this up for like $10. A sealed 91 score set. Of course, it's got chipper in it. It's got the Cooperstown cards in it, which are kind of cool. You remember those cards? Not really worth a lot of money, but it's kind of a cool thing. Things like this is really cool to pick up. Whenever you guys can get stuff like this. I mean, I know there's still a ton of them out there, but I mean, if you can pick stuff like this up for like $10, that's one of my favorite Griffey cards too, right there. The Griffey. I'm looking, John. Jeez. I got some football, dude. I got some football for you. Give me a second. I got to go back inside. I'm out of my element. They have some sweet cards. Yeah, but again, like I said, it was like $10. When I saw this, it was for $10. I'm like, you can't be right. Now, again, you go on eBay. These are probably about $12 to $15 plus shipping. And this is a heavy box, man. This box weighs easily I'd say probably 2 or 3 pounds. It's a heavy box. But if you can pick these up for $10, man, those are gold, man. Those are gold. So, yeah, you know what? I don't know. You know, I've heard mixed things about that. I've heard some mixed things about SCG. I know, but they can get away with it, Jim. They can get away with it, so they're gonna do it until they can't get away with it anymore. But obviously they're the gold standard. I mean, everyone. I mean, you got cards. You get a 10 in a SGC, and then you get a 10 in a PSA. I mean, you're talking about 4 or 5 times the value sometimes. You have that box sitting under my seat. What box? A score box. You have this box sitting under your seat right now. That box. But that's the one I want to break tonight. If you guys want to jump into it. I posted on the channel. 87 and 88 Fleer. Now these are not the base set cards. These are the update sets. So this one, if you guys remember, Fleer 87 Fleer are the blue border cards. But this is the sealed. This is the sealed. Yep, he's in the series. I think he's in series 2. Yeah, Chipper's in that one. But these are the sealed update sets. So this has the Maguire, the first Maguire card, at least his Flair rookie. It's got the Bonds Flair card rookie. It's got the Maddox extended rookie. The Maddox is a really cool card in this one. And these have the glossy border. So they almost look like a Tiffany card. So these are really cool. And then these one, this is one of my favorite sets in the 80s as far as updates. This has got John Smoltz, his actual rookie card. Because if you look at 89's upper deck, 89 tops, 89 score, 89, all Flair, those actually aren't his rookie cards. They're rookie cards, but this is actually his true rookie card. This is the only set he had an update card in. So 88 Fleer, John Smoltz. This is his true rookie card. And then you have Roberto Alomar, his rookie card. Again, his 88, his rookie card. He had Donruss, and I think he had he had a Donruss, and I think he had a Tops as well. Or maybe his Tops traded. And then you have so you have Smoltz, Roberto Alomar, and you have Biggio. This is Biggio's only true rookie too. I think he might have a Tops traded rookie. I think he might have a Tops traded, but Biggio's in here too, so those two would be a cool little break. Again, they're unopened, so I would just break and randomize the cards. So it would be $10 for both. You'd get one spot. We'll do 4 spots. So it'd be $10 a spot, and you'd get 33 cards per box. So each box we'd split it into 3 or into 4, but we'd randomize them obviously. So again, they're both loaded. I mean, this has got the Maddox, the Bonds, the Maguire, a bunch of second-year players like McGriff and you were. And then that one's got, again, that's got Alomar, Biggio, Smoltz. Glavin's in the regular set, so Glavin was in the base set. But these are the sets you want. I got football. I got some cool football, John. I got some cool football. I got some old football though, not new football. You know how I roll. I don't do the new stuff. I do, but not really. Let me get some of the football out. I picked up some. Where did they go? I gotta see if I can find it now. Got everything kind of clustered away here. Got too much crap. Yes, I got Bob Brenly bobbleheads. Bob Brenly, Arizona Diamondback bobblehead from 2002. I actually got 2 of these. I didn't even know I had 2 of these. Here. That's crazy. I didn't know they make 2 different boxes. And I got another one of these. I got 2 of those. I didn't even know I had another one of those. These are cool cards right here. Let me see if I can get them out. These are cool cards, John. I don't know if you remember these cards from the 92 set. '92 Game Day Edition. These are large. These are the jumbo cards. They almost look like. Actually, I think the card is actually the same size as the box. So like a regular card would be like where my finger is. This is like a regular size card. So these are jumbo cards. These are really cool cards. These got some really cool inserts. Now, I mean, the value is not like tremendous on these cards, but they've got some really cool cards. And then cool, they have the whole checklist on the back. So you can see who's in there. I don't remember who the big rookies are in 92. I don't really honestly say if it's going to say in here. It should, but... Let's see. I can't remember who were the big rookies in '92. They're listed on here. Buckley, Terrell Buckley's on here, but he wasn't really a big thing. I could have swore I knew who they were, but I don't remember. Sorry, I'm just trying to scroll up here to see if I can remember who the big rookie cards are. There's a lot of rookies on this set. Try to see if there's any Hall of Famers. But the inserts are really cool. It's like if you remember those in basketball, they have the jam session cards. These are kind of like the jam session, but I think they're better. God, there's a lot of rookies in this set. Robert Jones. Yeah, there's a bunch. I have to pull it up on the phone. It's a lot easier than going through. They have a Reggie White rookie, but it's not his actual. I don't think it. No, it's not his. That's a different. Unless that's his traded card. That's strange. Yeah, there's a bunch on here. Definitely know there's a lot of Niners on here. Marquez Pope. Yeah, those are pretty cool. They're kind of an oddball kind of set. Not really well known. Let me go and see what other. Let me put these away. Man, I gotta reorganize my cabinet here. It's getting a little bit jammed. Oh, I got some cool cards too. You know, I got a really cool set. Give me one sec. I'm gonna go get it real quick inside. All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm out of my element. I got to go back inside to get everything now. This is a cool set. I don't know, Johnny, if you're still in here, man. I only see one in the chat, so I got this is a cool set. This is a really cool set. I don't know where I picked this up. It's been a while. But this is a really, really cool set. If you're into like kind of oddball, kind of early 90s football, this is a really cool set. I know that we opened the regular pro line. I think we opened the regular pro line on one stream. Because I think you got the couple of the Favre rookies out of there. But this is 90. This is a combination of 91 and 92. I don't know if you can see that, 91, 92. But this is like, this is kind of like, I don't know how I can explain this. It's pro line, but it's like a collection of the 2 years. But there's only a couple big hits in here. I'm obviously got your limited rookies. Yeah, I think you got both. I got all the Favres out of there. But these are these are different because these have 91 portraits, which I think have like, let's see, 10 cards from each. Okay. And then they have 92 portraits as well. And then they have these rookie cards that are exclusive. So it's kind of a, I guess, an addition to. You can see kind of what the cards look like. So they're a little different. I wish I had a way to pull up the. I'm not on my computer, so I wish I had a way to go on there and show you guys what they look like. But it's kind of a different set. If that makes sense. Let's see what other football I got. I don't think we've ever opened these on the channel. I think I have. Actually, no. I don't think I've ever opened these. Football is. I think these are 90. I'm gonna say these are 91. I'm not 100% sure on these ones. If they're 90 or 91, action packed. Kind of a cool card though. I know we've opened action pack before. Series 1, but it doesn't say what year that is. I hate that Action Pack did this. They made it where you can't tell what year the product is, other than the Series 1. Sorry, my garage door's open. Say no to drugs, kids. Yeah, I don't know what year this is. I'm gonna say it's 90 or 91, but I know we've opened Action Pack before. On the channel. So some old football, some older, kind of some oddball football, action-packed, Pro Line, and Game Day. Probably ones you're not going to see anybody ever break, but I think they're kind of cool. I think if this is 90, I know that Emmett's not in it because Emmett was in the traded set, which is ridiculous price. So I think if this is 90, I don't know who really, maybe Seau. Seau might be the big rookie in this one if it's 90. If it's 91, it's Favre. I believe Favre is in the 91 set. If it's 92, I'm not 100% sure who the rookie are in 92. Who the big rookie is. So I believe it's 90 or 90. What's up, Troy? I believe it's 90 or 91. I think it's all my football, John. I got a lot of baseball. Yeah, I think I have a majority of it's baseball. But I want to rip these before the football, obviously. So let's get four people in the randomizer. Let's get that 87, 88. Cracked. Yep. Oh yeah, for sure. This one too, the Pro Line. This has like God, I had some too, but they have like they look like insert cards, but they're not. That each player's got like, I'm gonna say it's 10 cards, but like the Montana has got his wife with him. You've probably seen it a million times. It's pretty popular card, but it's got Montana, and then I can't think of what his wife's name. Well, I don't know if it's his wife anymore, but he's got his wife in the picture. I mean, they've got those type of cards, but the Emmett's got a bunch. And one of the Emmitt Smith cards, he's holding up a ring, like his Super Bowl ring. I think the Jerry Rice is doing the same thing. I think he's like holding up a ring, or maybe a Super Bowl trophy. But yeah, all three of these boxes, all three of these football boxes are heavy. Heavy Niners, heavy Dallas. Obviously the teams of the 90s. I think that's all the football, John. I haven't really been buying a lot of football. These are ones I just kind of accumulated. I honestly think I've had these since probably over a year. These Game Day. These Pro Line I've had for about a month. I think the Action Pack I've had for probably a few months. But these are really cool. This will be a cool one to break. Now, not everyone's a fan of the jumbo cards. I get it. They're not everyone's cup of tea. But they've got some really cool cards in there. And the insert cards, though the value is nearly not like out the roof, but there's some cool insert cards in there. I think I've got one card. It's like a foil card. It's really cool. I can't remember what it's called. Aerial Attack maybe or something like that. There's so many. When you get to the '90s football and baseball, there's those sets where you just like they all kind of run the same. So I don't remember if that was that set or not. But there's quite a few inserts in that game day box. If I remember right, I'm almost 100% sure. Nope, nobody on the update yet. That's what I want to break to. That'd be a really easy break to, really simple. We'll just randomize. The spots. Each $10 spot will get 33 cards. What's up, George? I don't think I have anything else in the house that I didn't pull out. I've got a couple sets. I just picked up the 89 Topps update set. It's got Barry and it's got Troy, Dion, but the update set. I'm trying to think what else I picked up recently. I think that's it. That's a big collection, George. I was watching some of your videos, man. And it's really cool. You know, that's when you going through a collection like that. So it's yep. Yeah, with those big collections, it's cool finding gems in there. You know what I mean? Finding little nuggets here and there in those big collections. I need to start buying some of those. I've yet to buy a big collection. I know a lot of people have, so I need to go through that. I need to go through and try to find some collections because a lot of people are selling those things, trying to get rid of them, and don't really know what's in them. Like well, I take that back. I did buy a small collection. I bought a collection probably, it's been a few months. I think I paid, honestly, it was just a couple boxes. I think there were 800 count boxes. There were 3 of them, if I remember right. But most of it was just crap, you know, like there was like mid-2000s Topps baseball. That's a good deal, man. For $70 for 7,000 cards, that's a good deal. I ended up going through the box. I'm going to say it was Verlander's rookie is in 2000. What year's Verlander's rookie? 6, I think. 6 or 7. Or maybe it's 8. But Justin Verlander, I found 2 Justin Verlander rookie cards in one of the boxes. I'm going to say I paid $30, but I could be wrong. Somewhere around there, $25-$30 for the 3 boxes. But because I wanted to complete a couple sets. So 2 of the boxes had pretty much they were almost full sets of Topps baseball from mid-2000s. I'm going to say one of them was whatever the Verlander rookie is. What year's Verlander's rookie? 2008? I can't remember what year his rookie is. But at any rate, so I got that one, had the complete set, and I was going through it, and I found the Verlander rookie, which is like a $10 card. Nothing big. Ungraded. And then I kept going in the set, and I actually found the gold Verlander rookie, which is numbered to 2006 or whatever the year was. And that card, raw, is about a $100 card. Raw. So that was a pretty cool find. But that was a small collection. So that went in my PC. So now I have the Verlander base card, and I have his gold card. So but that was a cool find. I don't think there was really anything else in that set or those boxes other than just some complete sets. But the sets weren't that great. Nothing great in them as far as rookie cards or. But for 30 bucks or whatever I paid, I thought it was a good deal. Because you're not going to be able, you can't buy those sets for that price. But if I was to find 7,000 cards for 70 bucks, I think I'd probably crap my pants. I don't care if it's all junk wax. If you spent $7,000 or 70 bucks on 7,000 cards, even if it was all cards from like the mid to late or the late 80s, early 90s, and it was all junk, there's still enough rookie cards in there to make that back, and probably enough sets if there's enough full sets. But even if they're not sets, there's enough cards in there to probably, I would assume, make that money back and then some. You're talking about trying to recoup your value. That's a good deal, George. I would have jumped on that in a heartbeat, man. So the problem is I don't do a lot on Facebook Marketplace, and a lot of times people will sell their sets on Facebook, and I just don't do Facebook. So maybe I need to get a Facebook account so I can start buying people's collections. I have enough cards as it is, but I'm always up for looking for some good stuff, some gems, things that I can put in my PC. You know what I mean? I've been really trying to add to my PC the last couple months. With everything going on, it's like trying to really bulk up on cards because it's just the value of cards is going through the roof. It's crazy how much people are spending on cards and grading and all that crap. I need to find some Pokemon cards. So I need to find. Pokemon cards are going through the roof, man. It's funny though because I was at a card shop a couple of days back, and was it maybe Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday, I think it was. And I was talking to one of the guys there, and they just bought a huge collection of Pokemon. Yeah, they bought every card in the collection, and I'm gonna say I don't know how big the collection was, but there was a lot of boxes they were going through, and I don't think they paid very much. He didn't tell me, but a lot of it was non-sport. Yeah, that's expensive, Troy. But there was a lot of it was Pokemon, and they're trying to get some of it graded, and some of those Pokemon cards are just ridiculous. Those other card shop I go to, Troy, they it's one of the I think it's one of the oldest card shops in Arizona. It's called Batter's Box. If you guys ever come to Arizona, you guys should check it out. It's pretty awesome. They do a lot of vintage cards. It's not the most updated, like there's some card shops here that like AZ Sports Cards. I mean, you walk in there and it's like everything's immaculate. The cases are like beautiful. I mean, it's like you walk into like a showroom, but they put a lot of money into it. They don't do a lot of vintage. And then you have card shops like the Batter's Box, where they like it's a little more low key. It's kind of not a great area of town. Owner's super cool, but the cases are kind of ratty. I mean, it's got a lot of like vintage cards, and they bought a collection that it's crazy. They bought a collection back from a guy, because I was talking to the owner about it. They sold it to him. I think I'm gonna say probably mid '80s. They sold some of these cards, majority of the collection. Most of them were Yankees and Mantles, and then I guess recently something happened where he had to sell them back. So he sold the collection back to him. So they know the origins of the card, at least to the mid '80s, and it had every Mickey Mantle. I shit you not. I wish I would have taken a picture of it. I should have, but they had every Mickey Mantle card from '53 through, I'm gonna say 69. So 53 through 69 Mickey Mantles, and they were all beautiful. I mean, like grade worthy. None of them were graded. They were all raw cards, but they were, I mean, outside of the centering, they had very, very little issues with them. I honestly think that all of them could have been graded and probably scored relatively mid, probably 4 to 6, probably somewhere. Because I know vintage cards are difficult because of the age and whatnot. But I would say, they were all at least 4 to 6 graded. But they wanted a lot for them. They were reselling them, of course. They had a 69 mantle that was absolutely beautiful. I mean, the 53, the 50, I think it's the 55 that has that TV border. It almost looks like it has like a TV, but it has like a wood grain around it. I think they did that in 52 and 55, I think. But they fit the 55. I'm gonna say they wanted like $1,600 for the 55. I'm not sure what they wanted, but I mean, it was way out of my price range. But yeah, 53 through 69, and they had them all in their case. Like I said, I went back since. Actually went back there today for a few minutes, but they already had a bunch sold, so I couldn't take a picture. I wanted to take a picture of them all. I think that would have been pretty cool to have, but yeah, that's crazy. Having all those mantles in the store. I mean, to have a few, like, have one here, one there, but to have that many years, what is that? You figure what, 53? That's 7 years through 60, and so you're talking about 16 years of Mickey Mantle cards. So that's pretty outstanding. But it'd be nice to have that collection. They had some other cool stuff too. They had like this guy was, what's up, Frank? They had this guy. I don't know if you heard Frank, but I was telling about the card shop here in Arizona called the Batter's Box. They had every Mickey Mantle from 53 to 69 in their case early this week, and now of course they've already sold a bunch of them. But yeah, they had a bunch of other Mickey Mantle stuff too. They had like a Mickey Mantle pencil set. So like, I would assume like nowadays they make these little trinkets for baseball players. But back in the day, that's what they used to have a lot. Nope, they're all raw. But Frank, I'm telling you, man, all of them looked beautiful. Outside of centering, I shit you not, outside of the centering, they would have all scored. And again, I'm just looking at them, but I would say at least from the 4 to 6 range. But they could have been higher. I don't know. But yeah, they were all beautiful. They were absolutely beautiful. The guy that had them, he bought them off the Batter's Box back in, I'm going to say like mid 80s. I'm going to say 86, 85, 86. And then he recently resold them back to him because he's having financial hardships or whatever. So they bought them back from him. So he had them all in a I guess a lockbox or something like that. He didn't say, but I would assume. But they said they were stored well, and I looked at the cards and they look really great. But yeah, they had some cool other stuff too. Like they had the Mickey Mantle pencil set, but the Mickey Mantle pencil set, it also had his autograph on it. So the pencils are worth like, I don't know what they're worth. I looked them up. I'm gonna say like $50 or $60 for the pencil set. Just two pencils, two like lead pencils or whatever, that were dated. I'm gonna say it was 50 something, 57, 58. And then it had the two pencils sitting like this on the box, and then in the middle of the pencils had Mickey Mantle's autograph, and it was certified. I don't know how much it was for the pencils, but stuff like that would be kind of cool to have. But they had a lot of like crap like that. That was the only thing that was autographed. But they had a bunch of other like little trinkets from. They had a bunch of like matchbooks from. They probably were. I'm going to say they were probably in the 40s or 50s. But they had Mickey Mantle's face on them. I think that was pretty cool. One had Joe DiMaggio. And they had some newer ones. They had like Willie Mays, and they had... who else did they have on there? But they had a bunch of these matchbooks. Just like regular old, old school matchbooks. That had some old baseball players on them. But they looked, I mean, they looked old, I would assume, but they didn't have a date on them. I was looking at them, but they did have one I was going to pick up. It was pretty inexpensive. They had a Don Mattingly. I didn't know Don Mattingly has restaurants. I don't know if he does anymore, but there was a matchbook that had Mattingly's face on it, and it said Mattingly's. So I would assume he had a restaurant at some point, if he doesn't anymore. But those are pretty cool, and those are pretty cheap. They're like $30 a matchbook. I think that'd be kind of a cool thing. And they were dated, let's say they were dated 86 or 87. Oh yeah, I would assume. Yeah, I think he's probably in one of the most. I would say him, and probably Jordan are probably in the got to be in the top 10 of most faked autographs. You know, that'd be cool. You know what a buddy of mine did, Frank? He he had a bar, a bar in his, I guess, his den or whatever, his man cave, but he had a bar top that was probably the size of like a regular card table, but like twice as long, and he built up a frame around it, and then he put like baseball memorabilia in the frame, and then he poured like, I don't know what, I would say acrylic, but I don't know what it's called. Almost like a clear hardener that covered it up, and then he made it as flat as he could, obviously, but didn't really work out too well. But it looks really cool. I mean, it doesn't really work well as a bar top because it's kind of uneven, some spots. But he put a bunch of trinkets in there, like baseballs, and he has baseball cards, and he has, I don't know, all kinds of stuff in there. He has a full bat in there, and then he poured this, whatever this stuff is, this almost like this glue that hardens, and then he tried to smooth it out as much as possible. Again, it didn't work out very well, but it looks cool. It's a cool table or a bar top, but that would be cool. But if you use like a sheet of glass, that would be cool too, because it'd be a lot easier, obviously, if you're using cards. Take like just get a custom piece of glass made, and just put the cards down on the table, and then just put the glass on. Probably there we go. Probably your other thing. It's whatever it hardens. It hardens really hard. I mean, and then um, and it's clear. It's like glass. But again, for him, it was really hard because he couldn't get it flat. So if it wasn't if it wasn't a bar top, I think it would be a better idea, because you can't really put glasses on it because they'll slide around, and it's not an even surface. But I think, yeah, probably a better idea if you're gonna use for baseball cards, get a sheet of glass, and then just put them down. Maybe do some photos, do some autograph photos or something like that. That'd be cool. Even if they're not autographed, just photos of some Mets players. That'd be cool. The memorabilia. Make a video, man. I want to see a video about you mass producing it. Yep. There's a bar downtown here. It's called it's called Marley's, but I don't think they've renamed it. But yeah, that's a good idea, Frank. There's a sports bar downtown. It's called Marley's, and he's got a few bars. Dan Marley here in Arizona. Um, but there's parts of the bar that are of course dedicated to Suns memorabilia, and they've got those type of things, those type of tables, where they've got like old Suns autographs and photos and cards and all kinds of stuff, tickets. Where am I at? Arizona. I live in North Phoenix, Troy. I'm about 10 minutes south of Anthem. If you know where Anthem, Arizona is, or Anthem, it's definitely north. Yep. Well, I'm off of Deer Valley, so if you're off of Thunderbird, It's Thunderbird, and then Greenway, and then Bell Road, Union Hills, and then there's the 101 stack or the freeway. Yep, and then you got, and after the 101 is Rose Garden, and then Deer Valley. So you know exactly, you know Deer Valley is, you know where I'm at. Aren't you in Tucson, Troy? I thought at one point you said you were down in Tucson. I guess I got your address, but I can't look it up now. Or maybe were you at one point in Tucson? Maricopa County? I thought that's where you were at one point. No, before that. No, I know you said you were off of Glendale, or in Glendale off of Thunderbird, but I thought at one point you said you were down south, like in Tucson? No? Might be thinking of somebody else. Like you had, and when, oh, just Glendale? Yeah, maybe somebody else. Somebody on here, somebody on the channel either is in Tucson or has lived in Tucson. But whatever. Now where's Hobby? Hobby's not in here tonight. I wonder, Hobby must be sleeping, man. Not that late though, is it? It's only 8:25. Yep. Apache Junction's nice. Expensive though. Usually Hobby will pop in. I keep forgetting. You guys are only 2 hours. Well, East Coast is only 2 hours now. Mississippi's only 1 hour, right? It's only 9:30 for you, man. It's early. That's an early night, man, for Saturday. I thought I was going on late tonight, but it's still early out there for you guys. George, where are you at? You're in New York, aren't you, George? I think you're in New York. I always forget where you guys are located at. I think Hobby's in Georgia, I think, or Alabama. Yeah. What part of New York, George? What part of New York are you in? My oldest son. I know that, Frank. My oldest son is up at Fort Drum. He's stationed up there for the Army. He's up close to the Canadian border. Nice. Frank, I know you're in New York. Guys, I got to put a plug in for Frank, man. Seriously, if you guys, and I don't have my computer in front of me, I'd post your channel rank. What I'll do next time I get on next time I get on my computer or get on your channel, I'm gonna post a bunch of your videos in my community tab. Guys, I have to plug Frank. If you guys if you haven't subscribed to Frank's Card Corner, you have to, man. Hands down, I'm not joking. Hands down, my favorite sports channel, cards, memorabilia channel on YouTube. I crap you not. Frank, you have an awesome channel, man. Every time your video pops up, I watch it right away, man. It's whether it's grandma, and by the way, Frank too. Grandma's turning 100, isn't she, this month? I remember I was going back and I was watching a bunch of your videos the other day. I thought she turns 100 this month, November, if I remember right. Yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed to Frank, you guys need to. Yeah, man, awesome channel. Awesome channel, from your Halloween videos through grandma, through, I don't know who they are, if they're your Oh, next month. Okay, December. Okay, I thought it was November. Um, I like your videos, man. Make you laugh. I even got my kids watching them. I remember watching my son watched the couple videos the other night. We were watching them. We were laying in bed. We watched the one where you guys did funniest baseball card names. And I think it's your son. He said when you had Cocoa Crisp, and he's like this reminds me of cereal and what did he say? Cereal and a chocolate bar, I think, something like that. My son thought it was funny. But we got to get you. We seriously. Oh, your nephew and your sisters. We need to. I need to send you. Send me your address, Frank. I'm gonna send you some cards, man. We got to get some. I know you love 87 tops, but we have to get you some new vintage wax to rip open on your videos. I think you've done 87 tops for the last I don't know how many videos. I need to send you. I need to send you. I've got a bunch of Donners I can send you. Um, I think I've got some 89 tops. We have to get you something something to some variation. Cause like when Mike Myers was pulling out the cards, like I didn't know he was pulling out cards, but I'm like, okay, if those are cards coming out, I would assume, but I was like, he's gonna be pulling out 87. Every I just anyway, yeah, email me, man. I'll put some in the mail for you. I'll get you some vintage, probably tops or Donruss. I got a bunch of it laying around. Something wax. Actually, I think I've got some. I think I've got some 88 tops too. Yeah, you should have. You should have. I'm not. You know what you should have. Oh man, I got ideas, man. You're so creative, Frank. I'm not gonna give you anything, but I think you got it on your own. But speaking of 91 Flair, you should have when he pulled them out to scare. He could have had like a couple cards out too, because you know how all those cards are. They're so bright. It'd be cool to have. She could have like glasses on. She's like, no, the blinding. That would have been cool. But anyway, the sunshine cards we call them. Just think if they would have made those cards, how much better 91 Flair would have been. First of all, if it would have had some rookies in it. Oh yeah, that was cool. If if the 91 Flair baseball would have just had some better rookies in it. Just think how much if it would have had Chipper, if it would have had Bagwell, would have had some better rookie cards in it. How much better it would have been. And also if they would have made some kind of variation of the card. They would have made them a different color maybe, or maybe yeah, there was no, the only rookie card in the 91 Fleer set, in the base set, was Luis Gonzalez. That's the only rookie card in that entire set. Luis Gonzalez. So that just tells you how crappy it was. Now there was a Griffey Air card in there that's got a little bit of value. There's the Griffey base card. I don't think I have it in front of me, but I have to go get it. But the Griffey base card, if you guys can go back through your 91 Flair, if you can handle it, you can handle going back through all those cards, if you even have any. There's a Griffey base card. I can't remember what number the card is. But on the back, it says bats or bat around 300, or it says bat 300. So it's got two variations. So it's got the at 300, and 300 being his batting average, or it says around 300. So it's like, I think it's like card something for something A and for something B, but that actually has a little bit of value. Yep. Yeah, I had a bunch of the cello boxes, but I ended up ripping through them. I got bored. So, but yeah, that Griffey's outside of that Griffey Air. That's the only thing of any substance in that entire set. But I do have the 91 update. I did buy the 91 Flair update, which has Bagwell. It has Doesn't have Chipper. Chipper never made that set, but it has Bagwell and Mo Vaughn. I think a couple other rookies. So the 91 Flair, if you guys can pick that set up, that's a pretty cool set, the update set. Again, it's still yellow, but it at least has Bagwell's rookie in there, his extended rookie. So that's a cool card. I can't think of who else is in that set. There's not a couple. I think there's another rookie in there. It's worth something. I'm gonna say Tomei. Maybe Jim Tomei's in that set. Yeah, I picked that up for pretty cheap. Yeah, that 91 Flares. Okay, let's take a vote. We've got a few people in the chat. If you could only have one set for the rest of your life, would it be 91 Donruss or would it be 91 Fleer? What out of those two sets? And keep in mind, we're not. Yeah, 91, 92, Frank. Right here? Yeah, 91, 92. This is the kind of it's kind of a collection. I mean, it's Pro Line collection, but it's a combination of 91 and 92. So you have both. So they have like different cards in them than just the base cards. It's kind of a rare set. But yeah, 91 Fleer or 91 Donruss. Now, you're probably thinking, well, I'll take 91 Donruss because it has the potential for the elite. Now we're talking about the set. So I guess we really wouldn't talk about inserts, but well, it's got a bunch of the rookies in there are really hard to find. The gold rookie cards, these are really rare, but there's really not a lot of big names in there. But the cool thing with these cards, Frank, is it's got a bunch of like they're portrait cards. So you have like I was saying, they have like the Montana with his wife. You've got a bunch of like you got like the Emmitt Smith is like holding up a Super Bowl ring. You have like Deion Sanders is doing like his, I don't know what it was called, his Heisman pose or whatever he used to do in the end zone. Or was that Desmond Howard? I think Deion did it too. Jerry Rice is holding like a Super Bowl trophy. So there's a bunch of cool portrait cards in there that are kind of rare. But you only get those in these boxes. The regular Pro Line doesn't have it. The regular Pro Line, I think we ripped open a bunch of those boxes a while back. But the regular Pro Line are more like action shots. I guess action shots are like that too, but these are more like what these are. These are kind of like these oddball photos you don't really see in, every day. But I think if I was to only have one set, I honestly think I would take the Fleer over the Donruss. Because they both have the same rookie cards. They both have Gonzalez as the only rookie card. I take that back. I think Mo Vaughn made the base Donruss set. But I still think I would take the 91 Fleer. I like those cards better. I mean, they're still yellow, but I like the photos better in 91 Fleer than I do 91 Donruss. Even though 91 Donruss has the blue and the green borders. Green being Series 1, I think, or was that Series 2? I don't remember. But I think I would take Fleer. I see 5 in the chat. Who popped in? You take a Jiffy Pop set. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because you had Fleer also. Fleer had the my phone's gonna. I need to plug my phone in. Fleer had the Griffey Bonds card, which is kind of cool. Yeah, Fleer had those dual cards where they had multiple players. Like you had the Ripken card. Yeah, so Donruss didn't have that. Donruss had the All-Star cards, had the MVP cards. My son in the background inside. playing on Fortnite. I had MVP and All-Star or whatever. So Donruss had some subsets, but they weren't as good as Fleers. I think Fleers had better subset cards. Which is kind of odd to say that because I don't think they really had many, but the ones they did have. I think that's the one set, honestly, if I think about it, I don't think I actually have either one of those sets. Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't think I actually, I don't believe I have either one of those sets in my collection, which is really weird because I think I have every, from like 87 till 93, I think I have every set, every sealed set, except for 91 Fleer baseball and 91 Donruss. I think those are the only two I don't have, which is kind of crazy. I think about it. I guess I need to buy those, huh? I think I need to add those to my PC so I have them. I can't go without them, you know, even though they're not really worth a whole bunch. That's crazy. I didn't think about that. Now they got me thinking, I gotta go buy those damn sets. The only good thing about it is they're really inexpensive. I think you could buy those for, you can buy those sets for probably under 10 bucks. Hell, you probably, if the guy at the card shop probably likes you, or at the flea market, you probably get it for under 5 bucks. Yeah, I don't need to buy those, man. Honestly, I don't even think I've ever even owned one of those sets. I know I've had cards, I've bought cards, but I don't think I've opened plenty of packs. Damn it. Do I have 88 Donruss? Yeah, I have some. I don't know where though. They're in my case somewhere, or my shelf. Well, that's what you want me to send you? I'll send you a box of 88 Donruss. These ones, Frank? Not these ones, but these ones. The blue and black border. Oh, the 88 Donruss. Yeah, I think I have it. Let me look. 88 Donruss. Yeah, I've got one. I've got two. I've got two of them, Frank. Oh, no, I have them. Yeah, I've got two. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I've got two of those. I've got too many sets, man. This is kind of cool. I picked this up. Pretty inexpensive. There's a card shop that has actually has a bunch of these. This is kind of cool. Of course, it wasn't saran wrapped, but this is kind of cool. You guys are into this kind of stuff. I got a card shop here, has a bunch of these, and they sell them pretty cheap. Let me unravel it so you can see it. And these things are gem, man. Look at that cool thing. It's got a little bit of scuff right there. But overall, I mean, they're really in good condition. Now, they're not, of course, they're not full. These are empty. These are empty tins. But there's a card shop that has a bunch of these for sale. And they sell them really cheap. I'm going to say I paid like $3 or $4 for these. But I thought it was kind of a cool little trinket, you know, to keep. 95 Upper Deck. So overall, they're pretty nice condition. Yeah. I've got a couple Jordans. Of course, they're all Upper Deck. I've got Jordan. I've got Ripken. Got a couple Jeters. What else do I have? I got a bunch of Griffies. Because you think about Upper Deck, those are their big mainstays from the 90s. Especially Jordan. Jordan was all over the place in an Upper Deck. But yeah, so I got a bunch of these. I'm just waiting to get a spot for them to show them. But that was pretty cool. These little cool little trinkets. Little tins. Something you don't really see very often. Yeah, cool little trinkets. I actually I had a I've had a couple Jeter SP rookies. I still have, I think I have two now in my collection, but I had a couple other ones that weren't very nice. I mean, they were scratched up pretty bad. Raw Jeters, and I remember I sold one to a guy. I think I sold it for like $100. Tharp's ice cream cards. I sold it for like, I think it was like 100 or $125, but it was, it was a good deal. And I remember when I shipped it in that one of those Jeter containers because I had a couple of them. So I shipped it in that Jeter container, and the guy was like, he messaged me on eBay, and he's like, "All right, cool, man. Thanks for popping in, Frank. Yeah, I shipped it to him in that Jeter tin. The guy messaged me on eBay, and he was just like, he was like so happy. He's like, this is the coolest thing I've ever got on eBay, and I'm like, dude, you just bought an SP Jeter rookie, and I gave it, and it was a good deal. I mean, it was a good deal. But he was more excited about the tin than he was the Jeter rookie, and I thought that was pretty cool. So probably made his whole month, probably made his whole year. But those are the kind of things I like looking for, man. When you go to these card shows and flea markets and different things, that's the kind of stuff I look for. You know, Tins like that. I mean, most people just throw those things away. They pull the cards out, and unless they're a Jeter fan or a Griffey fan, or like I've got a Kevin Garnett one. This is rookie year. I've got a couple Kobe ones that were from his rookie year, which are ridiculous expensive. Just the tins are like $100. The empty tins, because it's Kobe Bryant, and it's his rookie year. I got LeBron from. I'm gonna say it's 3-4 Upper Deck. That one's worth a lot of money too. But things like that, you just don't. Who would ever thought an empty metal tin that had baseball cards in it would be worth so much? But do I got any metal cards? Like in Flair metal, or like in like actual metal cards, like in the material? I don't have any Flair metal cards. I know Flair made, let's say, a couple years of metal cards. I actually have. I mean, I have some. The Griffey metal set. I have some. I have some metal cards. I know that I think it was Studio. Leaf or Studio made a metal set of baseball. I don't think they made football. I don't think they made basketball. But they made a set in the 90s. Nice. I know that Topps made Stars and Steel. Was that what what it was called? I'm gonna say it was like mid to late 2000s. So Topps had a couple sets like that. I know that Donruss Leaf had a set. I've got a couple of those, but I don't have any bulk. I just have some loose ones. Like I have Frank Thomas and Griffey and a couple other stars. Who else made metal cards? Maybe I'm just missing it. I'm sure many brands tried it, thinking it was a good idea. Making something out of. Yeah, I think that's all. I don't think football ever made metal cards. Yeah, Leaf. I know that who just recently broke a box of those. It's another channel I watch. Busted open a box of Leaf baseball, um, and they had. I think it was one card per pack. You got one metal card, steel card, either gold or silver. Can't remember who did that. Be cool to get some of those sets though, because those are ones you're never gonna see again. Nobody's ever gonna make, no card company's ever gonna make metal cards again. So some of those different sets, if you can get a hold of them, would be a good idea, because I mean they're only gonna go up in value. 20, 30 years from now, they're gonna be like, they're, what are the, even today you walk into a card shop with kids that are 8, 10, 12, 13 years old, and yeah, they did have some gold cards. They did have some gold cards. I'm gonna say like 90s was a kind of a fab for that. Like Shaquille O'Neal has some. Um, Shaquille O'Neal, I've got that. I've got Nolan Ryan. I know Mark McGuire and Barry, not McGuire and Sosa had a 22 karat gold card. I have some of those. Grant Hill had one. I mean, like 90s basketball, baseball. I think football had a bunch too. I know the Action Packed had a gold series insert in these early 90 boxes of Action Packed. I can't remember. I think they were like promos or something like that. I don't remember. But they don't. There are metal football cards. I don't remember ever seeing a metal football card, but I'm sure they made them. I'm gonna put these tops back. No love for tops. That's all I got in here. I got a lot of Donruss. Maybe I should send Frank a box of these. I picked up I think I probably picked up probably like 50 of these boxes at some point. 90 Donruss. These cards were like way like overwaxed. It's probably look at that, how shiny those packs were. These things are like Fort Knox, man. How much wax they put on these packs. Like this is the true meaning of a wax pack. You just feel it. It's like all gritty. The true meaning of wax. Those cards will go up in value someday. I'll be a millionaire off of 90 Donruss. Sosa rookie and Larry Walker rookie and Bernie Williams. Who else is in that set? 90 Donruss. Deion Sanders, baseball rookie. That it? Yeah, I think that's it. Juan Gonzalez. What a great set, man. Very underappreciated set. 90 Donruss. 2000 Fleer football. I'll check it out, see if I can find some. The cards are cool because like when when I open cards with my kids, they're always it's one thing to go through cards, and like my daughter, she likes to rip open packs of cards, and she'll look through them and it'll be just paper and cool. There's just paper and a player, of course, or whatever, and nothing too great. She's like, but when you open up a pack of metal cards, that'd be kind of cool. That would kind of throw it for a curveball. I remember when we first, when was it? I'm gonna say I opened. I think it was on this channel on one of my breaks. I did 94 Finest Baseball. I remember ripping that. That's a long time ago. But I remember all the commons. Again, I don't send out commons. I only send out stars and rookies and inserts and whatnot when I send you guys cards. But I had a bunch of commons from 94 Finest Baseball. I think that's the year I did. 94, 95. And I remember when she was looking at those cards, she thought those were the coolest things because they were like, different material. And I challenged her. I said I'll give you $1 if you could rip one of those cards in half. And for the life of her, she tried and tried and tried and to get that card to rip. And she couldn't get that card to rip. So that was really cool. She eventually got a scissor and cut it, but that didn't count. So yeah, she tried forever to rip that card, man. But things like that, those kind of cards are cool. You know, the ones that are not. Nowadays, there's a lot of cards that are not made of strictly just paper. You know, Prism and all these different cards they make, these different card stock they make now. But back in the day, there was none of that. I mean, everything was paper. The metal cards are probably the only thing we had that was equivalent to, you know, what they have today. It's crazy. I wish they'd bring back some of those. And of course, they had wood cards. I can't remember what set, but there was a set of cards that I think it was just inserts, to be honest. I think it was Donruss. I think Donruss had Leaf Donruss had the patent on the wood card, the wood surface card. I think that was pretty cool. I'm going to say they were just inserts, though. They had a pitching one, and they had I think it was Lumberjack insert set, but they had the wood grain on them. That was pretty cool. I'm sure they had a bunch of other ones too, but I mean, you don't see that anymore. I mean, oh, sorry, Troy, let me go back. I missed your comment. What were you saying? Yeah, I wish they would too. Yeah, I need to plug in my phone too. It's getting low. But I wish they would go back to. I wish if I had one to show you, I would bring it up. Let me see. I'm trying to think if I have one somewhere I can get to easy. Yeah. I don't think Topps had them though. I think it was only Leaf. I think Leaf Donruss were the only ones that had the wood grain cards. The one thing with those cards too is they were prone to warping because of the surface. So they had like what's the word I'm thinking of? A lacquer on them. But it would warp, so the cards would get like, they'd be curved or bent or whatnot. But I think I'm gonna say Leaf Donruss are the only ones that I can remember that had the wood grain cards. I'm up to 7 now. I think I'm gonna have to grab my charger. My phone's about to die. Yeah. Well, yeah, true. The Chrome cards are bent. Yeah, you're right. The new cards got a curve on them. But I think it's just because they're Chrome. I mean, there's nothing they can do about it. That's just the way the cards are made. There's never going to be a flat Chrome card unless you have it in a screw down, non-recessed screw down. That's the only way you ever get this thing flat. And then when you take it out, it's gonna be curved again. The Chrome curve is well known. Yeah. The Chrome curve, huh? I remember the metal cards from from Leaf or Donruss. They had like a protective film on them too. What is everyone's thought? I was kind of curious. What's everyone's thought about Finest, and do you keep the protective cover on or do you take it off? I've been thinking about that a lot lately because I have a few cards I want to send off to get graded. Do I pull the protective cover off and grade them, or do I keep it on? My thought is to take it off. because I don't know how well it's going to grade. I know that there are graded cards with the protective film on, but I know there's also quite a bit that have it off. So should I peel it off and send them off to get graded, or do I keep it on and then... I don't know if anybody has experience with grading those type of cards. I got quiet. We were at 7. Now we're down to 3. My phone's just dying. It's not reading the... Yeah, that's true. I mean, you're right, Troy. I think it's important. I think it's good to grade cards as long as you grade them, you grade high value cards. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, if you're gonna grade. I think people that grade everything just to grade it, that ruins the hobby. You know, you see some channels where guys will rip open a box of like 91 Upper Deck basketball, and every Jordan they pull out of there, they grade. I think that ruins the hobby. But I think if you have like, you know, a Jordan rookie card, or, you know, an old vintage card, Mantle, or, you know, something like that, and you think it's going to score well, you know, grade it, get it slabbed. It's going to be protected forever, you know, as long as it's not broken. But I think the higher value cards, yeah, but not when somebody grades like stacks. I mean, there's some channels I watch. I mean, they just, yeah, you're right. I mean, there's a lot to that too, Troy. There's a lot of shadiness in the grading industry, and I mean, I own graded cards, but honestly, I've never in my collecting days, I've ever sent a card. I've never paid for a graded card. I've never sent a card to get graded and paid for it. I never even sent a card off in general, I guess, paid or not paid. Do I have graded cards in my collection? Yes. Did I purchase them graded? Yes. Yeah, I've never sent one. But you know what? I have thought about it recently. I have a couple Kobe cards. I have his Flair his EX 2000 rookie. I've got a Finest rookie, or Finest Topps. I think it's Finest. I think it's Topps Mystery members. I mean, I've got a couple Kobe rookies that I want to get graded. There's a few other cards that I thought about, but I mean, I have seriously thought about grading cards, but I haven't yet, so. I think if you get a card that's really rare and the population graded is very small, I think it's worth it. Like sometimes you'll see cards that'll have like a population of less than 5. I mean, that's a rarity. I mean, if you're gonna buy a card, or you happen to pull a card or whatever that has a population of less than 5, you know, graded population, that's something that's going to be, value is going to continually go up. Especially if it's a card that's rare for some reason, you know, I mean, auto, like a rookie patch auto or something like that. Those type of ones, you know, yeah, I feel like grading is good. And again, I mean, it's gonna be protected. I mean, you grade it, you pay for the grading. And I'm not saying you pay gobs of money. Some guys, I mean, some of the grading services are like 50. Some even go higher than $50. Like, if depending on the value of the card, which is crazy too, because if you send